we looked it over for a good, let's see, we've been here since, I think, well, let me just show you what all is going on with this truck. So I'll just be honest with you guys, it's a really rough truck. I mean, it's...
Oh, the moon on the top up there, that's why it stuck out so much.
Yeah, this thing is pretty rough. Let me just say that. I mean, it's got the junky tailgate just like my other Super Dump. And you can see rusted through. They had it at the shop fixing some of the yeah, the bolt for the flop over one. Where do I start, man? This thing, it's got a lot. Okay, so here's the pads. The first thing I noticed, the pads look like they're kind of getting to the point where they need to be replaced. Brakes on this side are decent. It's missing the cap, the vent for that. These control arms, the bushings are basically shot. You can see it needs to be replaced. Let's see, what else? These drop axle tires are all shot. You can see the wires poking out of all of them basically. And that's mainly because these right here are shot. All the bushings are shot in these. So all those need to be replaced. It's definitely got some sort of fluid leak from here. You can see definitely a small leak. Let's see, what else did we point out? Missing half the mud flap. I mean, whoever owned this, they just barely kept it alive, is from what I can see. I mean, that's a decent repair job. They got it at least zip tied and shrink wrapped, but didn't fix, or they fixed and was just kind of a crappy. Let's see, what can I point out to you? Yeah, they just replaced the pump on this, but you can see, like, look at this, like that, the bushing's all gone. Like, you can just tell, you know, it's been abused. So let's just go inside real quick. I'll show you inside. This is how you know something's been abused. Like, just look at the cab, right? Missing the button. The dash is crooked. I mean, it's dusty as heck. Right now we're sitting at, and we just drove it, and I mean very hard. Very hard. I was flooring it and everything. So, I mean, these are actual temperatures, running temperatures, right? So the oil pressure looks a little low now, actually, but let's raise the RPMs up and we'll watch the oil pressure. When we first started it up, it did have a little beat because it was sitting here for a week. RPMs, the more oil pressure, right? We don't know what code that's for, but there's that. When you press on the gas, the filter's pretty clean. It doesn't really go up. So let's just set this down. I like the setup of these. It seems pretty easy, straightforward. The tower, as they call it. So she's going down. Okay. All right, now, where's Grandpa at? I'm gonna put the strong arm down. I want to make sure real quick that we got enough room back here. Looks like we got plenty of room. We'll put the strong arm down for you and just show you. I mean, You can just tell this thing hasn't been greased at all. Okay, so here's one thing. Okay, that right there, they had a mud lock on and nothing ever greased on this truck. You can just tell. Like, see this grease zerk? It's completely dry. See the amount of space in there? See the play? You can see how shiny that metal is. That thing is grease zerk, they're lazy. I would bet my life on it. You know, maybe the owner greased it one time, but it hasn't been greased in the last 6 months, I can guarantee you that. So, you know, a lot of the, all right, I'm going to put the...
Check those gauges to see if those gauges were showing anything.
All right, so you can see right here, this is how you know the person that owned it, you know, didn't care at all. Look, they got different type, like they're completely different. Like this one's diamond plate, that one's not. This one's got all this welded to it. I mean, you can see. That's what I fired. Flap, missing a mud flap, it's folded up. You know, you can just, like, look at this. This has got some silicone on here. For what? The nitrogen? So, or what? That's what you gotta wonder. Is it gonna be leaking every second? You know, that sealant on it so it didn't get water and dirt in there like this one. I don't even understand that. So I'm guaranteeing that one leaks nitrogen, probably, if I had to guess. This has definitely been rubbing on tires. It's just dangling. It needs to be zip tied up. Like you can see, or when these trucks, like, see the gap in there? You can see the gap. Never greased. Never. The easiest greaser possible. Never. So, oh yeah, and Grandpa, the bed, they did the same repair I did on mine last time. They just jammed something in there and welded it right to the rim. See that, how the gap starts right up here. Cheap tailgate. Look at this. This broke off. I mean, I pointed that out on my super dump too. Like, why 2 tack welds on each side? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And then this right here hits like right here, or it hits something. It's like, that's gonna snap off easy.
It's definitely marked.
Yeah, so this right here, it's got no rubber garment in it, so you know that's gonna be worn through pretty quick.
Probably got squished by that.
This is gonna be worn through. This is leaking. You can tell the seal on this is, it's going. You're looking at, you buy an old truck. People don't take care of their equipment at all. Guaranteed. It does leak. Almost wouldn't be a truck if it didn't, you know. All the lights work. I take that back. That light's burnt out. An example of somebody who bought a truck, knew nothing about trucks, and
right around here, looks like this thing here's got a strap underneath it. Looks like they welded. It could be just tar.
No, that's definitely it was wearing out. So that wore out. They added that.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at this massive dent right in this. That got pinched by a rock or something. Yeah, see, look at that. Is this truck for $60,000? That it needs? You can tell it's got a lot. This is basically what you get when you buy a used truck that's never been taken care of. It was fix the bare minimum to get it on the road, keep making that money. Keep making that. right? So that's exactly what we got here. This is the primest example of that. Fix it so it can be out on the road. Fix it so it can, you know, I think we're, yeah, they don't work great, but they do something. This is the prime example of a truck that, who doesn't replace that mirror? Like, it's got a bee's nest in it. You can see the bee's nest. At least it's how you can use it. In charge of doing the maintenance, which means it was non-existent. You can hear the strong arm flipping back. All right.
Underneath here of your pump.
Yeah, that was because I put the strong arm up. All right. Let's shut this off. So check this out. So there was an engine warning, right? We had this triangle right here. Solid. Exhaust filters full. Engine performance limited. So it needs a new filter. It needs a new DPF filter, I'm guessing. Because, well, let's just do this again. Let's turn this on. Okay, it's got this symbol right here. But the check engine light's off. Oh, it didn't turn on. Okay, it turned on. It's got that symbol right there. And it doesn't. I guess it decides when it wants to have. Needed a DPF filter, because. So let's just see if this, because this whole thing is really sucking. Okay, so I wouldn't buy it if it was taken care of. It's gonna be a headache and money pit. Is this over? There we go, loading. How is the super shaker? She shakes. Doc is got good bones. Did you just say it needs a DPF filter? I said possibly. Might just need a regen. Idle it up. Right, true his. Right, Blake. True his service trucks. I'm gonna have to send you a signal booster. Yes, I need a signal booster, guys. The price would go down. What's up, boys? What's going on? What are we talking about? Okay, I got the hood up on the two. It is a International with the Alton Auto. It also has a kitty cat under the hood, C13. It's got a C13 under it. Leaks a little bit of oil. I never understood why International did this. It looks so funky. But this thing's got a lot of funky repairs done to it. I'm just looking under here just to see what's what, but so I know my internet sucks right here. It has no DEF. No DEF. We're gonna buy it. We're gonna buy it, guys. We're gonna buy it. I know, we're gonna buy it. It's nuts. I'm pretty sure we're gonna buy it. I'm gonna call him up and I'm gonna. I don't want to pay the $60,000 that he's asking. I do want to pay less. Like, I think 55 would be a good, fair price for this, with how much it has not been taken care of. Yeah, we